Hey, what's happening, YouTubers? Welcome to another edition of McFarlane Toys Tuesday here on the PacPhotos YouTube channel. And today's review is the new McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Bruce Wayne figure from the upcoming The Batman movie. This is probably the silliest looking figure I've ever seen McFarlane make, but I thought it's too good to not pick up just because of how ridiculous it looks in packaging. And also when we take it out, and I'm already noticing there's a thigh swivel on this. I'll get to that later, but first, like we always do, let's get started with the box art first. So on the front of the packaging, you see your typical McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse layout. I do want to point this out, though. I remember in my last review of the Batman figure, I did mention how they put the name on the side, and now it looks like it's back on the bottom. I wonder why McFarlane went that route. But on the side of the packaging, it says the Batman movie title at the top, Bruce Wayne in the middle, and then the movie The Batman underneath to showcase where this figure's from. And then on the back of the packaging, you see the full artwork of this Bruce Wayne figure, and it's interesting because it's different from what you normally see on the back of a McFarlane Toys packaging, where it shows the other figures in the line. It's just the full image of the figure, and I gotta question a lot of things about this image. First, his eyes are looking this way, but in the actual figure, it's looking towards the right, I guess, from his direction. So I wonder what the hell this is about. Either they flip the photo, or I swear to God, if this is a running variant, I'm going to be so annoyed, but it's McFarlane Toys, so I wouldn't expect anything less. All right, that's enough about the box art. Let's go and get Jinko Jean Batman out of the box. And here's Bruce Wayne out of the box, and first let's get started with his accessories first. Fuck it. So he comes with a DC base plate. Same thing you typically see with all McFarlane toys. They come with these little base plate stands. And next accessory we're going to take a look at is his backpack. And honestly, it doesn't look that bad. The sculpting on here is pretty nice. It looks like a backpack, but there's a nice attention to detail, because if we zoom in here, you can see that there is a water bottle that is painted brown. I guess for budget reasons they couldn't make this different colors, but yeah, it's not a bad backpack. I'm hoping the bat suit is in here, but I read a rumor online that the reason why this outfit is so baggy is because he has the bat suit underneath. I really hope that's the case, because if not, this just looks ridiculous. And of course, like with all McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse figures, comes with a trading card, so you see the image of Bruce Wayne on the front, and then a very short little data file on the back. Feel free to pause it if you want to go ahead and read it. And the centering looks a little off. Looks like there's more borders on the left. So this card's only going to be a PSA 5, but still worth $8,000. Now let's take a look at the figure itself, and holy shit, this thing looks awful. Actually, no. There is a variant of this that I have on pre-order on Target's website where it shows his actual face. This isn't as bad because it's covering up Robert Pattinson's face for the most part, and it looks kind of cool. It just looks ridiculous, y'all. I know it's been mentioned on several podcasts and other toy reviewers, but this thing just looks weird, man. Like, it looks like it's pulled straight from the 90s. Like, was the inspiration Jinko jeans and, like, puffy jackets? Like, this looks like he's out of, like, the 90s fashion. But the one thing I'm noticing that I'm really irked at is, why did he give us thigh swivel with this awful figure, but not with the other ones? Like, what the hell? And I think I know the reason why is because he has to fit on the bat cycle. And I think Todd McFarlane realized that, gosh, I got to put a thigh swivel in order for him to fit on the bike, just like he put a thigh swivel or a thigh cut on the Batman from his latest Dark Knight Returns series. That's, I think, starting to hit stores right now. It's for the, like, Build-A-Horse set. So he figures in order to put him on a horse or put him on a bike, you have to have a thigh cut. And I wish they would have put thigh cuts on all their DC Multiverse figures instead of these stupid toe articulations and toe cuts. The reason why is you can see on his left foot, it can't sit flush flat. It's just like that. Like, this is such a useless articulation, in my opinion, that I think he should just remove this altogether, in my opinion. I'm not going to go over articulation too much, but he does have single jointed elbows. It's understandable, mainly because he's wearing a jacket. There is single jointed knees, and it really, well, yeah, it's not that bad. There is a thigh cut, like I mentioned. There is ab articulation because it has this rubber overlay, so you can bend it like that, which isn't bad. I mean, honestly, it's such a silly looking figure. It's going to be used in so many photos for like silly shots. So look forward to that on my IG at PacPhotos. But overall, I mean, look, it is what it is. I like the head sculpt on there. It's actually pretty neat. I'm waiting for the full face Robert Pattinson one that's going to come out. I think under the right proper lighting, you definitely could take some cool shots of this figure. And also shout outs to the sculpting because, as silly as it looks, I mean, the sculpting on the baggy pants and the jacket is actually pretty nice. There's like a flannel underneath right here. I do like the sculpting of the hoodie inside. This looks like something I would wear. Maybe not as baggy, but yeah. And then he has his gloves on right there. And the cool thing is, like, it's nice of them to actually include the two hands that would be needed to grip the motorcycle, unlike the Batman figure that came with like the hand that looked like this for the grappling gun. And here he is with his backpack accessory on. I'll be real though, he kind of looks like a hitchhiker. If he doesn't have his motorcycle, if you just saw this figure on my stand or my display, you would think he just looks like a hitchhiker.
I'm trying to get to Gotham City. Can I get a ride?
Sure, hop in the back seat.
All right, now we're going to jump right into size comparisons. And first size comparison, here's Bruce Wayne standing next to a couple other DC Multiverse figures from the Batman movie. We have the side-eye Who Farted Penguin and the side-eye Catwoman. And next size comparison, here he is standing next to a couple movie Batman figures from McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse line. We have the Batman figure, and we have Tack Suit Batman from the Snyder Cut Justice League movie. And last size comparison, here he is standing next to the McFarlane Toys Todd McFarlane figure. All right, so my raw thoughts on the figure is, I'll be honest with y'all. This is probably the silliest McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse figure I've ever picked up, and that's saying a lot. Coming from someone that's actually bought a figure of Gorilla Grodd, so like a gorilla in an armor outfit. So this is probably the silliest looking one aesthetically, but I appreciate it. We don't know what the situation is with this puffy outfit in the movie. Maybe he is wearing the bat suit underneath, and if that's the case, that makes sense why he looks like he's pulled straight from the 90s fashion with his Jinko jeans and his super puffy jacket. And his freshman-sized book bag, but I do appreciate the figure. I think the head sculpt isn't that bad. Just from the eyes up and the hair, it does look like Robert Pattinson. The other one that's going to come out with the full face sculpt, I'm not too sure about that. But I do like this one better, just because having that mask in front of his face does add that mystery behind who is this person. But I think it's okay. I think it's funny that they added the thigh swivel on here. I just wish they would integrate that in all of their figures, honestly. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, YouTubers. I'm just rambling on right now. Let me know what you think about this figure. Will you be picking it up? And are you looking forward to the Batman movie? And also, if you haven't already checked it out, I had the great debate with my friend Fobster360 on my YouTube channel of McFarlane Toys versus Mezco Toys. Just forewarning, there is a little bit of satire on all of this. But yeah, like always, YouTubers, if you like what you see, be sure to hit that like button. And if you haven't already yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead, subscribe. Thanks for watching. And here's Jinko Jean Bruce Wayne out of the box. God damn it. Fuck, man, stand up.